Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another breakdown, a mental breakdown by the entire Hoyoverse community. And this one stretches the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about it a little bit before in one of our prior reacts to a Cosmos ZR video focused on the Cyberpunk anniversary. But this time we're focusing the lens mainly on Genshin Impact and the tumultuous new update that has basically pissed off the community to the same level as its first anniversary. So let's go ahead. Let's see some of the main reasons for why people are so upset. 60 polls, 2 characters, 1 patch. I don't even want to joke about it. It's just sad at this point. My condolence to the Genshin community. This is a post over here by somebody that mainly posts Wuthering Waves content. But you can see over here that this has stretched tribalism lines. This has stretched across the border. Kind of like a white flag of peace, like an olive branch, except it's covered in shit. Because that has occurred in the Genshin Impact world, ladies and gentlemen. Another update with 60 polls, 2 new units, and nothing to fucking do in it. And what other gacha communities are seeing is the absurd levels of suffering, right, that Genshin's going through. And they're just kind of like, you know, posting shit like this as a sign of respect. Genshin players have been eating slop, eating garbage for so fucking long at this point that it's to be expected. We don't even make fun of them anymore. We simply just make an observation. It's like some kid with a bunch of different disabilities touching a hot stove over and over and over again. After like the 17th time that they get like a burn, you kind of like stop caring. That's what's going on over here. And this is the breakdown part. We've only talked about what's pissing people off. They're now doing stuff like this. Genshin players are now review bombing Hoyoverse office. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are getting real offline. They found the Cognosphere headquarters in Singapore, and they're proceeding to mass downvote it with 1 star. Don't just do review bombing on Play Store or the App Store. Also, do it at the official Hoyoverse offices where they cannot delete them. Bro, we got people from Spain, or Spanish speakers. They could be like Mexican too, right? We got these people from from Latin America going ahead and trying to find ways to review bomb offices in Singapore because they're associated with Genshin Impact. Bro, this is some next level shit. You thought China and Google Classroom, you thought that was a hidden meta tactic. No, the Latin Americans are going off. The Hispanics, bro, they are breaking the meta with this one. I don't know if this one can be ignored. We're gonna have to see how this strat develops in like the next split, but this might be a response. Some could say that this is a little bit too much for being upset about the number of polls in a version. But what if this was being done in response to a bad reaction from Hoyoverse? Because we can see from another Spanish Twitter account, and this might be where the angry Spanish people downvoting the physical offices comes from. The purge has begun. Translated from Spanish. Show original. Boom. Hoyoverse has activated dictatorship mode. These are people from Latin America talking about dictatorships. I would take them. It's like somebody from America talking about guns. You know what I mean? They're mass banning Genshin Impact players who complain about the rewards. And the community just revived its most legendary war tactic: mass bans. Players report that Discord mods are silencing any criticism. Plus, the Play Store rating magically jumped to 4.5 stars after a massive purge of negative reviews. So essentially, guys, this post is a bit of a follow-up on Hoyoverse going into the Play Store, going into the App Store, mass deleting reviews to increase the score of the game, and also mass banning players as well, maybe just in Latin America or something like that. And this is the response from the Spanish-speaking community. Let's go fuck over their physical address Google ratings. one thing we got to keep in mind is that, like, the LATAM region, at least when it comes to, like, gacha drama, bro, they might be the underdog over here. I don't know if anyone's willing to go as far as these guys are. CN might have actually underestimated themselves when it comes to, like, the real global powerhouse over here. Yeah, no, my money's on LATAM for future drama. But the most surreal thing just happened. The community activated the 2021 protocol and started protesting in Google Classroom reviews. The panic is so intense that Google is already censoring the words Genshin and rewards in educational applications. Ladies and gentlemen, they're literally bringing shit like this back. And the craziest thing is that Google LLC is responding to some of the reviews. 2 new limited 5-star characters and 60 polls, really. 60 polls and then event weapons removed. Lohen is not standard banner. 2 limited characters, 1 patch, boycott. 1 stars everywhere. 60 polls while releasing 2 limited characters is not the way, Hoyo. We deserve more primos. Hell nah, 60 polls. I just want to secure Lohen. Genshin impact is very bad. Guys, they're already going. They're already going. They're now in a state where they're mass banning people on the Discord. They're reporting the physical address, and they are spamming Genshin, or sorry, Google Classrooms once again. Ladies and gentlemen, you can probably see what's going on over here. These 60 polls, the 2 characters, all of that, this is going to get viewed as the straw that broke the camel's back. Right? This is going to be viewed as the thing that made Genshin Impact as a player base, right? Finally wake up and realize they've been getting fed poo-poo the whole time. Let me show you the reality over here, though, of why the Genshin Impact community is crashing out so fucking hard. Actually, how about you just hear? Just hear it. Listen to why they're crashing out. That line. There are Genshin Impact players, ladies and gentlemen, that are crying themselves to sleep multiple times a day because they're depressed after they saw the Cyberpunk collaboration release and the promo trailer release. Because what does this show you, ladies and gentlemen? This shows you what a developer looks like when they actually give a fuck about the game. This shows you what a developer looks like when they take the investments, the millions, potentially billions of dollars that they've been receiving from their players, and then actually proceed to go ahead and reinvest it into the game. This is what happens when you have long-awaited collaborations with IPs that people really like. Like, bro. Yeah, you can tell CD Projekt Red really likes Wuthering Waves, and you can tell Wuthering Waves really likes Cyberpunk Edgerunners. They like it a lot. And when the developers, the people working on the game, really like something, right? It turns out that the players are probably going to like it too. Do you think anyone on Hoyo's development team cared as much about the whole Fate collab than one Kuro dev cared about Lucy's model? Nah, I think the one Kuro dev that worked on Lucy's model cared more than the entire HSR Fate collab dev team. The entire dev team probably worked harder than the Fate collab and the Horizon Zero Dawn one combined. Fuck it, throw in the KFC wings too. It doesn't even come close. Why do you think that this crash out, this whole Google Classrooms revival, this whole banning people, and then the community resorting to reporting physical addresses, why do you think it's all happening right now? Because this whole situation, 60 polls, 2 characters, 1 patch, bro, this has happened like 20 times already. Bro, this has happened like at bare minimum, right? Like 4 or 5 times in Genshin history. This is not news. This is not out of the ordinary. This is not like something that came out of nowhere. Hoyo's been doing this constantly for the past 5 fucking years, and they're only crashing out to this high of a degree now. You remember what was required to get a crash out like this before? This had to have been on Lantern Right. This had to have been on like the anniversary. This had to have been on like a big occasion, and then players are disappointed. This is just a regular fucking filler patch for Genshin, and now they're crashing out like mad. And you just got to assume, right? It's because they got to sit there and then look at this. They got to sit there with their dog shit Shadow the Hedgehog Lohan and then Nicole, who looks like Shorekeeper, like a drag queen version of Shorekeeper, and then be happy with the dog shit they got in their game. Bro, you know they're not actually mad about 60 pulls because nobody wants to pull Nicole or Lohan. So really, 60 pulls in the update doesn't matter. 2 characters? Who fucking cares when you know you were skipping both of them? They're just looking for a reason to be mad. And when this is what Wuthering Waves is pushing out, ladies and gentlemen, I think that Genshin was going to crash out regardless of what was in the update. It didn't matter what they put or didn't put in there. Unless this was like a 100 pull patch with like 1 new standard character getting added and some like shit like that, they would have been pissed off anyways. Because what other response can you have to your gacha sitting in the cuck chair like this? Being a Genshin player and sitting in the cuck chair like this with your shitty alloy. Being an HSR player and sitting in the fucking cuck chair like this with your shitty saber and your shitty archer and your lancer who's not even playable. Being in the cuck chair like this and being a Zenless Zone 0 player and knowing that the game is EOSing after version 3.0. It's got to be depressing. It has to be legitimately depressing, bro. That all of your games have gotten literally noticeably worse in the past year, while Wuwa only somehow gets better. Aside from Whimpering Waste, if you know, you know. It's insanity. And I can definitely see how there's been like a boiling point across the Hoyoverse community. Bro, have you seen what's happened to Stygian Onslaught? Bro, have you seen what's happened to ZZZ's endgame? Bro, have you seen what these developers have been doing to sell characters and sell teams and sell mechanics as opposed to like selling units that people actually want to pull? Bro, it's been awful. And it's gotten to the point where it's blowing up. And it has blown up. And it's going to keep blowing up until it just repeats the cycle over and over and over again. Because one thing is very, very, very simple about the Hoyoverse community. As predicted, Hoyo Genshin outrage died out within a matter of 2 days, and they're back to defending Hoyo. Despite news being out, Hoyo is pivoting to more AI usage as well. This is exactly why the Hoyo fandom gets fed slop and lesser rewards, because Hoyo knows you'll defend them. Apparently, that's what's going on already, even with the big attacks that we've already been seeing. Google Classroom isn't free from Genshin's curse. It's just business as usual at this point. But I don't know. I've seen some of the responses, and I think that there's a decent chance maybe this stuff keeps on going. Columbina profile picture. Genshin's event calendar showing that there's nothing in it. Do they think we're fucking stupid? Making your calendar look gorgeous doesn't change the fact that it looks empty as fuck. Wrap it up. Are you pulling in Luna 7? Yeah, bro, the fucking trigger. In Minecraft. Are we pulling in version 6.6 or 6.7 or saving for Snezhnaya already? Pulling with what? Talking about the lack of pulls in the update. So generous. Remember, guys, this is a pull count. This is a character count that has already happened at least like 5 or 6 times. But have you ever seen the community crash out to this high of a fucking degree before? The answer is no. And the reality over here is this, ladies and gentlemen. The only way for Genshin Impact to get better... Wait, what is this?
So like Genshin, I really don't want to be that person, but what happened with events? Like I just watched Luna 7 live stream. Why are we getting 1 main event and barely 2?
Who is this? Somebody said it's like a Genshin. I don't know who this is. Who is this? A Genshin CC. You guys know what? Hey, how about next time we get even vaguer? Maybe next time we just say she's a human. Yeah. What else can we say? Someone wearing a shirt. A blonde. What is this is the most useless? That has to be the most useless response I've ever seen from a chat before. Now I don't even think she's a CC. Now I think she's AI. Yeah, I don't think this is a real person. Yeah, I think you guys literally just made him up. Oh, okay, here we go. We got the proof they're a real person. Oh, good lord. She been on fucking vacation, bro. What the hell happened? Bro, last video she uploaded was like 3 weeks ago. She does shorts? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, all right. Now, okay, well, now I see why I don't know who she is. Hey, fair enough. Yeah, her last videos were 5 fucking months ago.
Mini events. Plus, we're not even getting a free weapon. We're getting a skin for a weapon. Like, also, this update doesn't even have a new area. Like, I know there is Nicole Witch Lodge and Lohan Story Quest and the Arkan Quest. The Arkan Quest also seems to be really, really fun, but what is going on with the event? You can also bring back stuff you did in the past that the community liked. Like, that's fine. But I'm thinking about...
Oh, okay. So she's just out here talking about how there's nothing in the fucking patch. Guys, this... I could see the feedback over here. You could just also say it's shit. Yeah, like, I understand that we're dancing around the language over here because we don't want to offend the audience, but this patch is just fucking trash. Like, good lord, it's fucking bad. Like, it's lazy, uninspired, feels like it was made by AI, felt like nobody put any effort into it, felt like they phoned it in, even though it felt like they phoned it in like 2 updates ago. I think the issue is that nobody that's still actively playing the game is going to have, like, the balls to say what it really is. Because it's kind of just like this game just has an audience no matter what. And that's one of like the pros and the cons of a game always having an audience. As long as you say the right things about it. And the thing with Genshin is that as long as you're like happy-go-lucky, never truly say how bad things are, you'll always be able to have a career. But the unfortunate thing about that is that you kind of gotta like sit there and like lie half the time, or really not fully express the truth about what's actually going on. And that's unfortunate. It is what it is, because like in reality, I feel like she just wants to say this is some dog shit. Like, this is some trash. This is terrible. This is some fucking poo-poo water. I bet she wishes she could say that, but that would be disastrous. And that's just kind of what's going on, guys. This patch, hopefully, is a tipping point for people moving forward. And the realization that I think most people can have is that these tipping points are going to keep occurring as long as Genshin has solid competition. And unironically, Genshin Impact players, I've been telling you this for years. If you want Genshin to get better, stop spending money on the game and go play its competitors. Genshin will start becoming a better game. They've already gone ahead, the Genshin Impact developers. They've played almost every card in the book when it comes to a predatory gacha at this point. The only last card that they haven't played left is like actually fixing their systems. And if they lose enough players, they'll do it. But if you're hooked, if you're caught, sunk cost fallacy, all of that, you're never going to quit, or your CC, their career is too invested in the game, they'll never quit, then just stop complaining. Like, that's kind of like my honest point, is that if you have too much sunk cost fallacy to stop spending or go play other games, then like, yeah, if you're going to keep spending, bro, I don't really know what else to say. I don't really know what else to say, because you already know at this point what needs to be done. And the community itself also knows what needs to be done. If they know that there's a game that can make Hoyoverse focus up, if they know that there's a competitor or something, a vulnerability at Hoyo that's going to make them focus up, they'll jump on it. But what the audience doesn't realize is that they can make their own vulnerability. It's just stop spending money on the fucking game. If you don't like what the devs are producing. Then the funny thing is, I would put money on all these people that have made these posts. They're going to top up like $30 next month, getting the Welkins, getting the express passes, getting all the shit in all the other games, buying all the BPs. They're going to do that next month. I will put money on all these people, especially this one. Do they think we're fucking stupid? Yes. Because if you spend money on a Welkin, if you spend money on the fucking Battle Pass, if you spend money on anything ever again in any Hoyoverse game, yes, you are. You are fucking stupid. What do you want me to fucking say? You're out here bitching and moaning about how you don't like this update. Then you proceed to go spend money on the game the very next month. So yeah, that is a little bit retarded. But if they don't, they quit, they stick to their guns, then they're not. But like, I don't expect much out of a Colin being a profile picture, so it is what it is. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.